And here's what nobody is saying. Kordell is a short, skinny little boy, 22, and he's a great guy. I think he's a great guy, but unfortunately in the real world, he's probably the kind of guy that, isn't the first to be chosen, especially when he's standing next to these tall, muscular, masculine men, manly men. I feel like nobody's just saying what it is, and I think that Serena has kind of looked elsewhere, maybe hoping for another connection.
Meloney P. Talk to him.
This show is, be honest, on a very low calorie, high protein diet. Be honest. Welcome to another episode of the That's Scary with Meloney P podcast. I am your girl, Meloney P, and we are here for another episode. Listen, I have tried my best for some reason to not talk about this show that I have been watching. I have been watching this show religiously for a while. This season, I have been ODing on it, and I haven't spoken about it yet. And it is Love Island USA. Listen, y'all, before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. For all of my new followers and subscribers, welcome to the family. I have content for you every other day. So come on and join us down this road of podcasting episodes. So make sure you order your Nama products. I'm always talking about the Nama products. I hate to sound like one of those YouTubers who are like, oh, buy this product. These products are fire. The Nama CBD and THC products are fire. I have tried the Buzz Drops, fire. I have tried Elevate, fire. I have tried Euphoria, fire. I have tried the Sleep, fire. Listen, y'all, if you don't believe me, try it for yourself and get $5 off by clicking the link in the description. I'll also try to put the QR code here on the screen as well. But trust me, top tier. I had said before that I feel like my favorite was Euphoria, but that has now been bumped off by Elevate. Elevate will make you elevate. So let's get into it, y'all. Love Island USA. For those of you who are looking for something to watch, black, white, yellow, green, purple, if you're looking for something to watch, Love Island USA is it, honey. I am glued to the TV. I have been watching this show. I have been watching this show every single day, and I don't know why I waited to talk about it on this channel, but I want y'all to share in the addiction that is Love Island USA the way that I have it. So this is a show that actually airs every single night except for I think Sunday or Wednesday, one of those days. I think on Wednesday they don't air. It's on Peacock, so I think you have to have a subscription to Peacock to be able to watch the show, but it is truly worth the subscription. Okay, now because it's a new show every single night, we're on episode 22, 23. So I'm not going to review every single thing that's happened in all 22 episodes. The last two episodes have been wild. Now, you know that I had Aaron from the OWN dating show, The Never Ever Met. So if you like that kind of stuff, which I know you guys do, this show is great. So I guess to kind of sum it up, basically you have these people, a couple of guys, a couple of girls, maybe 6 or 7 guys, 6 or 7 girls in the beginning, and they couple up with other people in the home. People get kicked off, people are dating each other, so-and-so might be fighting for your man, and you thinking y'all together, and y'all are not together, and so on and so forth. It is good. These last 2 episodes, y'all, let me paint this picture. It's a couple of couples in the Love Island house that are together, that have been dating, and they seemed seemed to be very, very serious. But of course, Love Island threw a wrench in the game, and they had the guys go and meet a whole new set of girls, and then they brought a whole new set of guys in the home. Catch up, look it up, Peacock, Love is Blind, right? So here are my notes, honey, because so much was going on. Now, if you're watching this, I'm sure you probably already watched it. I love the girls' bond. I love how these girls are like a gang. They're a gang of women who are looking out for each other. And even when they are dating each other's men or getting to know each other's men, there doesn't seem to be any cattiness that I feel like I've seen on other Love USA seasons. And I'm really, really, really here for that. Liz. Okay, so with Liz is our girl, I think that's from the UK, and she has grown on me. When she first came in, I was not a fan of hers. I thought that she was kind of awkward. I felt like, I don't know, it was something about her that I really, really did not like. But as the episodes have gone on, I have grown to love her. I think she is the girls. Her and Serena are the girls, like, captain. Like, they are riding for their girls. They're leading their girls off into the war to win. And I'm here for Liz. Now, I do feel like Liz ain't gonna find nothing, ain't gonna find a match. I don't feel like there's been one guy, not one guy that I feel would be a good match for Liz. Liz is a very dominant, masculine, feminine energy type woman, and I don't feel like any of these guys that have come into the villa would be a good match for her or are a good match for her. She's even matched now with one of the new guys that came to meet the girls, and he's also, I guess, from the UK. And even he said on the episode that, you know, they're moving very slow. The connection is very slow, but it's there. So Liz is my girl. Her and this UK guy, they're probably not going to last. I hope they do, but I haven't seen any guy on this show thus far that I feel like would be a good match for Liz. On these last two episodes, obviously you have seen that, you know, Serena and Kordell are no longer. So unpopular opinion. I really don't think that Kordell did anything wrong. I don't think that Kordell did anything wrong, and I'm gonna tell you why. I understand that some people are going to say, oh, well, she's a slow burn and, you know, she takes her time and she's been hurt. And I agree. You saw very much in these last two episodes that she, you know, has been hurt. Like, literally, I was crying in these last two episodes. Like, I was literally crying in these last two episodes. You can tell that she's been hurt. You can tell that she's been, you know, had some traumatic experiences from men in the past. And so for that, I do feel bad. But you are on a show, a dating show, and you know the premise of the show, and you know that the whole goal honestly is to find a partner, but in the meantime to get a solidified connection. She has been doing that. Serena has consistently been looking, I feel like, for someone else. I can't quite say that. I don't know if it's a matter of she really liked him or he grew on her versus, you know, that's her only option or she don't like him. I can't quite put 100% of a finger on it. I do think that, you know, Serena likes and has strong feelings for Kordell, but she didn't always have that. And I feel like at every opportunity, she was able to explore other connections, even when he looked like an idiot. Like, it was so cringe for me when, you know, he would try to be affectionate or, you know, he would express his like for her and she did not match that energy. And it's been a consistent thing. Like, she's talking about disrespect and she's talking about, you know, disrespecting yourself on TV, but at the end of the day, he has done nothing but stick beside her, respect her, even when the guys were saying that it just really seems one-sided. One of the guys was saying to him that, hey, I really don't think that the feeling is mutual. I think that she is just kind of using you because you're here and there's no other option. So that has really been the energy that Serena has given, at least from my perspective, and to me from a lot of the viewers' perspective, and even from some of the guys' perspective. I feel like, she hasn't been consistent and she has really looked elsewhere. Like, she has looked elsewhere because I truly feel like, and here's what nobody is saying, Kordell is a short, skinny little boy, 22, and he's a great guy. I think he's a great guy, but unfortunately in the real world, he's probably the kind of guy that, isn't the first to be chosen, especially when he's standing next to these tall, muscular, masculine men, manly men. I feel like nobody's just saying what it is, and I think that Serena has kind of like looked elsewhere, maybe hoping for another connection. Like when that other tall black guy came in, she was looking at him and she certainly did give him a shot, and it wasn't mutual because Serena and Kordell are both two beautiful people, but they're two scrawny people on a show with voluptuous, tall, people that have these great bodies. And I just feel like they had just kind of, what other option was it? Like she even said, there's only one short girl in Casa Amor, so that's probably the only person that he's dealing with. So that really shows you that like their options are few. You saw that Serena really turned into a gangster when the whole situation with Kordell and Daya came about. When Kordell came around that corner, and I feel like the cameras were very, very sneaky with how they showed it. They really made it seem like he was by himself, and then they showed like the other half of who he was with. And when Kordell came around that corner, my heart dropped and I felt all types of things. And it really showed how much of a little boy he is and like not a man that he is, because he couldn't even hold his head up. Like Daya had to tell him, hey, hold your head up, be confident. And I think that's one of the things about Daya that Kordell likes. I think that's one of the things about her that is appealing, and rightfully so. Like he has had to prove himself over and over and over to Serena, look like a fool, and here comes this other girl, pretty girl, on his dick, kissing him, on him, liking him, giving him all the attention, all these things. So it would be only right for him to explore the connection. Like that is the premise of the show. So I didn't really like how any of the USA girls handled themselves. I think that there were a lot of tears, a lot of just like breaking down, especially with Janae. When Kenny came out there with that girl, she said that she was ready to go home. She said that she could not take another L. I mean, she had to be tamed by Liz because she was going to walk off the show. Now, part of me wanted to think, okay, this girl and these people are not stupid. They know that this is a show. They know that this is going to give them some type of low-key fame and notoriety. So obviously they want to give the people what they want. And I think that she's a really good actress. She's a really good flirt. And was she going to leave the house? I don't think so. Could she have just been doing that for the show? Maybe so. But if she wasn't, all the crying and the theatrics was a bit much, and I was kind of cringing because it was very embarrassing to like see those American girls sitting there crying, shaking. Kayla went nuts. It was just a hot mess. But anyway, Serena was trying to play it tough. When she saw them, she was trying. When she saw Kordell come with that new girl, she was truly trying to play it tough. And my heart broke for her. Now, one thing that Serena said that I wanted some clarity on, and one thing that this show is not really doing is they're not showing us everything, because there is a ring that Kordell is wearing that it seems like Kordell and Serena might have exchanged some type of friendship or like promise ring. We didn't see that exchange. Serena also alluded to the fact that they were physical before Kordell went into Casa Amor. So what does that mean? Like, did they have sex? Like, what did that mean by physical? Because if they actually had sex, then I could totally understand, you know, Serena's reaction to Kordell's actions. Now let's talk about Kordell's actions, right? He was kissing the girl. I guess he was dry humping the girl. He was under the sheets with the girl. But isn't that a part of the show? Like, he hasn't done that with anybody. Nobody has wanted Kordell. Nobody has wanted Kordell. Nobody has at all. So give the man a little reprieve. Now, if he would have came in to the house with that girl and was on his cocky shit, then okay, maybe I could get it. But he still had love and like for Serena. And I feel like if I was one of them girls, here is what I would have done. And this is what made it cringe. I wish those girls, and I feel like Liz would have done this because this was her energy. I wish those girls would have said, so example, instead of, you know, Janae or Serena crying and trying to be big and bad, I would have just played it cool. Or I would have said, you know, hey, I see you brought somebody else. So which one is it? Like, let me know now, whatever. And Janae did kind of do that. And Kenny said, it's you. So if it's me, okay, cool. You can show and prove that it's me by your actions and keep it moving. Have some pride. Don't run off crying and don't run off being sad and like messing up your makeup and looking crazy on national TV for this guy that you've only known for like 3 or 4 days. They should have played it a whole lot cooler than how they did play it. It was too many tears. It was too much drama for these niggas that they barely even know, just to keep it a buck. Kayla and Aaron. Another unpopular opinion. I don't see really what Aaron did 100% wrong. They are not together. You know, he kissed another girl. Okay, he rubbed her feet. Okay, they're on a dating show, but ultimately he chose who he wanted to be with. Understandably so. I understand how, you know, her feelings were hurt. I understand how if I heard one more time about them sleeping outside, being ate up by gnats, I would have screamed. Nobody made y'all sleep outside. Nobody made y'all be ate up by gnats. That was a choice that you chose to make on your own. And they kept saying, I was outside getting eaten up by mosquitoes and you were out here having the time of your life. Okay, you should have did the same thing. You know? So yeah, Kayla was spiraling, but ultimately at the end of the day, we knew, you knew, Kayla knew, Aaron knew, the girls knew that no matter what, as soon as Aaron came back, she was going to be right back underneath Aaron's arms. There is no surprise there. She was spiraling. Kayla was spiraling. At one point, her eyes, underneath her eyes, were so swollen that I was like, oh my God, girl. Like, her under eyes were swollen. I ain't never seen nothing like it before in my life. They were swollen. And she kept looking at that video over and over again. And it's just like, girl. And I know it's easier kind of said than done. You know what I'm saying? I know it's easier said than done. I just feel like, especially knowing that I'm going to be on TV, and one thing I don't know that I feel like would make a difference is how long have they been in that house? If I had to guess, I'm thinking they've been in that house maybe a couple of weeks. And I get that people can have and develop a strong connection in a couple of weeks. But again, you're on a dating show. This is a game, and you got to have some thick skin. One of the things I wrote down that I don't understand either is, and someone educate me in the comments, but why does Serena have that gold tooth? Like, Serena is so pretty and her smile is so stunning, but every time she smiles and the camera zooms in, this silver and gold tooth shows. And I feel like I've only seen that on elderly people who have an issue with their tooth. Not nobody young. So I don't understand what's going on with that gold tooth she has, but it doesn't look good. We talked a little bit about the evolution of Kordell and Serena. Again, unpopular opinion, I just don't feel like Kordell did anything wrong. I think that, he has been respectful of her, patient with her the whole entire time. There seems to be things that happen behind the scenes that we are not aware of. Like the ring situation, the level of physicality or physicalness that they have been through. Like there seems to be things that we have not seen. But just from my viewpoint, I just truly feel like I don't like how any of the girls handled it. I just don't like how any of the girls handle it. Aaron and Daniela, let's see. Another thing with Aaron and Daniela that to me vindicated Aaron was Aaron went to the other house. He was tested. He did his little kissing, whatever the case might be. At the end of the day, based on the other girl, he literally told the girl, I have feelings for someone else. My feelings have not changed. I don't want to be with you, basically. And to me, that was kind of overlooked. And I feel like maybe Aaron was trying to express that he said that. But to me, it seems like Kayla was winning. Because he went to the other house. And Daniela was gorgeous. Daniela to me was the prettiest girl out of all of them in the other house. So for him to have an option and an opportunity to be with this girl who clearly liked him, the prettiest girl in the house, and for him to be like, you know what, I spent some time with you, I kissed you, whatever the case might be. Nah, I'm sticking with my girl. To me, that's how the show's supposed to go. Someone tell me if I'm wrong, because I feel like everybody's mad at Kordell, everybody's mad at Aaron, and I'm like, they're just doing what they're supposed to do. I put a note that Rob seems like he's sedated. Like it seems like Rob is on a Xanax. He seems very, very sedated to me. And I don't know if maybe because that girl that he was with got voted out, but he just seems very sedated. I don't know if he's on something or he's just checked out. He just seems sedated, blah, blah, blah. Kendall, that's the guy. Kendall was really playing both sides of the fence, but at the end of the day, I'm here for it. Like he was hyping up his boys, but he was also letting, kind of hyping up and trying to be a bodyguard for both sets of girls, not just USA girls, but both sets of girls. And I think that Kendall to me is the best, one of the top 3 best guys in the house that to me would actually do a girl right, to me would actually I think he's really here with the right intentions. I think he's truly here looking for a long-term partner. I think he's a good guy, and I hope that I don't eat my words, but I think he's probably one of the guys who are actually there to be a good partner and to have a relationship. Janae and Kenny. And I might have said this before, but I cried. I cried when Kenny was crying. When Kenny was crying, I cried. The 2 times that I cried was Kenny crying, and Serena crying. I was really sitting there with tears in my eyes, like tears were falling down my eyes. And that was really stupid. I really felt bad because as the more that the show went on, I'm going back to Serena, but Serena tried to play it tough. Serena's one of those girls who have been disrespected and have had bad things happen to her with men and have not had the best luck with men. And she's a little bit more guarded and reserved. I think that 2 things are true at the same time. I think that she truly is guarded and reserved and moves a bit slower. But I also think that Serena was looking for a more manlier man, and that never happened. So she kind of just settled for Kordell, and in the midst of settling for Kordell, fell for him. But Janae and Kenny, oh my God. When Kenny was crying in that hallway, I felt so bad. Janae was wrong. Janae was wrong because, and I said this, but the reaction did not match the 3 days that they were talking. I think that Janae should have picked Jacoby, because here's the thing. She was so upset about taking the L. So was she more upset about looking embarrassed and taking another L on national TV? Or was she more upset about the fact that she really, really liked Kenny and felt hurt? And again, I think both are true. I think that she was tired of being embarrassed and not having anybody consistently, and people, the guys always choosing someone else other than her. And I think she was also embarrassed, I think she was hurt and embarrassed. But again, I think that Kenny actually did like her. I thought that girl that Kenny chose looked ridiculous. I thought she looked like a rat. God forgive me, but I think her face looked crazy. Her lip looked swollen. And to me, she does not hold a candle to Janae. And it seems like he just chose her because she forcefully almost kissed him. Like, she literally went up to him and asked for a kiss, begged for a kiss. Kenny was taking it kind of slow. And he even verbalized that, he has strong feelings for Janae. He is moving slow when it comes to the physical because he's a little bit confused. And that girl went in for the kill. And I think that he just chose her just to be safe and to play the game the correct way. He chose her because he wanted to still continue to get to know Janae, but just in case these 3 days, these 72 hours were not anything real for real, he wanted to play the game correctly. And he even verbalized to Janae, hey, right now, you and I have the strongest connection, but it's only been a couple of days. So to me, prove it. I ain't gonna cry. I'm not gonna ask, like she was over there asking Aaron and hugging Aaron, well, what happened? Like, how many times did they kiss and this and that and the third? Prove it. Now that, what other better opportunity to win if your dude chooses another girl in this other house? Now he brings her back, and in front of her face, he tells her, you know what? I don't want you. I wanted to test you. I don't like you. I'm gonna stick with this girl. Wouldn't that be the best? It could go both ways. They could choose the girl that they brought over, but I just feel like, these girls needed to have some type of pride, backbone, Now, Leah and Miguel, I gotta say, Leah was getting on my nerves at one point. I think she is so pretty. I think Leah is so pretty. She talks funny to me, but I'm sure I talk funny to people. But she talks so slow and just in slow motion. But she's really pretty. I think that she's a really, I like the relationship that she has with Serena and Janae. I honestly feel like Leah's strongest connection and Rob's strongest connection have been with each other. I really like them together. I really felt like they were a good couple. Leah knew what it was with Miguel. Miguel is on demon time. Miguel's a hoe. Miguel ain't here for nobody. Miguel is here just to be on the show. I mean, he is the bad boy that I think Leah typically goes for. But she wasn't tripping whenever he walked in with somebody else, really, because she knew who he had, and it was what it was. Let's see. Miguel's a hoe. Ken and Nicole, I'm out. I love them. I love them together. I'm happy for them. I love them together. I might have already said that. Catherine. I kept saying that, Catherine is a girl that Janae's Kenny, or Ken, it's so many. It's Kenny, Kordell, all these different Kennys, but I think Catherine is the girl that Kenny chose. And I'm just like, ew. Especially compared to Janae. It's just like, what? It was a hot mess. The men kind of kept harping on the video being 2 minutes and how the women were going to see the truth. And the men was playing a game. They were truly playing a game. The same way that the girls are very, bonded. They're very much girl gang. The guys are too. And the guys have kind of stuck together. And, they were trying to, it's dumb actually, because I feel like they were trying to outwit the receipts. Like, fact is fact, 1 + 1 is 2, a video is a video, you can't alter it, it's not your show, you can't choose what they show and what they don't show. So it was really dumb how Aaron kept saying, oh, all you saw was a 2-minute video and you guys are going to see. But I kept saying to myself, like, you don't want them to see any more of the video because it will make you look even worse. Aaron and Kordell were not honest with all that they did at Casa, whatever, at the other house. They were not honest. And I think that they were not honest because they were not anticipating all of the footage to be shown. But on the next episode, they clearly have some kind of movie night. And that movie night, I believe, is going to be the receipts that these men keep saying, just wait. I don't get it. They keep talking about this 2-minute video. It's only it's only a 1 and 40-second video. Like, you're going to really see, you're going to see, like, boy, let's see. Rob and Daniela, don't feel anything about them. I mean, I just think that she's a placeholder. I don't really feel like he likes her like that. I think he either likes Leah or the girl that left. The new girls, blah, they're boring me. I think they're weird. I prefer the older girls, the original girls, I'll say. But I think it's just that thing of like being more comfortable with the girls who've been there. I just really prefer them. I prefer their bond. I don't know how I feel about the new girls. What else? So finally at the end of this last episode, oh God, I don't know why these men are lying as if there's not a tape. There's not a, like, this show is not being recorded. But Miguel and Kenny or Kendall telling Serena 2 lies. They told Serena that, Kordell told Daya that, is it Daya or Daya? I don't know. But Kordell told Daya that it was her 10%, but 90% moving towards Serena. That was a lie. A bunch of other stuff, because basically what happened is Serena finally sat down with Daya. They talked. She gave Serena all of the receipts. She gave Serena all of the play-by-play of what happened, what was said, how many times they kissed, they was humping. How Kordell never really didn't really talk about how much he liked Serena. They were really out there dry humping and being physical, and he was with the shits. And Serena goes ballistic. She starts to cuss at Kordell and calls him a nappy head. Oh my God, on national TV. Listen, Serena is crazy. I think Serena, and she even said it. She said that this blow up that we saw is literally the nice side of her because she's on TV. I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to do a quick 1-2 because I was trying not to do this, but this show is so good. I wanted to kind of bring you guys up to speed. I know that most of you have probably seen it, so I wanted to kind of give you my thoughts thus far. Tonight is a new episode, so now I'm gonna have to come back on here and do another review, but I'm really feeling it. I'm gonna tell you my predictions or my hopes. I honestly hope, after all I just said, I hope that Kordell and Serena work it out and be together. I hope that Leah and Rob find their way back to each other. I truly hope that Kayla and Aaron stay together. I love Kendall and Nicole. I hope they stay together. I don't see it for Liz as far as in the love department. I feel like she hasn't had the best luck. I don't see her and this guy working out. This is like episode 22, so I don't know how many more new guys they're going to bring, but hopefully they'll bring somebody new for her. But not one guy has been a match for her. So I just see her going home. Rob, I see him. I don't see nobody. Well, I said no. I see Leah for him. And I guess that's it. It's all the main characters. But anyway, guys, listen, thank you for listening to another episode of the That Scary with Meloney P podcast. Make sure you tune in for tonight's episode review. Oh my God. This is why I didn't even want to start this mess, because they have an episode every single night. And I don't even know if I have the bandwidth to be on here every single day talking about these episodes. But it's so good, y'all. Let me know your thoughts about my predictions, my comments about Love. Oh my God, not Love is Blind. Love. What is this called? USA. What is this shit called? Love Island USA 2024. I will see you guys in the next episode.